Hello and welcome back to the channel, Kelly Legends Media. I want to thank all the subscribers and all those that watch the videos, leave comments, that hit those likes and those hype buttons. You're highly appreciated. It's a good way and an inexpensive way of showing support for the channel, and it doesn't cost anything, So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Okay, so I've touched on this subject before, but I've kind of did it in a roundabout way, including everything that has to do with calling law enforcement to handle certain situations. The one that people keep bringing up is the situation where you get in a car accident and you need a police report in order to report it to the insurance so that you can get paid, okay? Now, luckily, the accidents that I've been in, I worked with the owner of the other vehicle who contacted the insurance company and told them that we were in an accident and this and that happened. And we were able to settle it on the phone between the other driver, the insurance company, and myself, okay? But I even mentioned things as small as reporting other channels on YouTube, calling the YouTube police, and basically telling on another podcast or another channel, okay? Now, I seen a short. I'm not sure who put it out. I think maybe Exposed to put it out. And it was Gunner and Dubs both agreeing that Gunner was going to call YouTube and report Exposed to for, I don't know, for those of you who don't watch Exposed to, what he does is he takes their lives and he records over him and he makes commentary over what is being said on Gunner and Dub's lives, right? But he doesn't give any indication that that's what he's doing at the beginning of the video. Maybe that would help him. I don't know. But basically, Gunner's threatening to call the YouTube police and reporting this guy, right? Now, I'm gonna make two comparisons right now of people who have channels, okay? And I know, a lot of people are gonna say like, yeah, so, they PC'd up, they were on SNY, whatever the case is. What does that have to do with us being free? That's something that goes on in jail, behind the wall. But let me mention a few things as far as the character of the two different groups. One group is the group that's never PC'd up, never told, never went on an SNY, and just seen their prison time through, gotten out, and are now doing their thing on social media. Well, a lot of these would say, oh, well, that's a violation, that alone is going to get you put on the bad news list, and that's not true. That's the farthest from the truth. It just depends on what you talk about and what you say. That's what'll get you with your tit in the ringer, okay? Not for having a channel, not for discussing certain things. You have to know where to go and what not to touch on, okay? And if you don't know that, well, good luck, Hopefully you figure it out. If I were you, I would ask somebody, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's get back to the other group. The ones that have dropped out, the ones that are no good. And when I say no good, are the ones that actually have prices on their heads. Or if they get put in the wrong place in the jail or prison system, they're going to be dealt with harshly. They're going to be treated foul, okay? These individuals know that and understand that. that no matter what they do or say on social media, it's not going to affect them in any way. Why? Because what they did while they were in prison is what's going to affect them the most if they were ever to return. And basically, they're probably thinking, well, I'll just go back on an SNY, you know. Well, that may not work for everybody, because a lot of these same individuals are going to be put on either 50-50 yards or in GP. You see what the prison system's doing, and people are getting spanked, you know. But basically, these individuals don't care. Okay. Channels like mine are limited on what we could speak on. Those guys, they talk on whatever they want to talk about. What more trouble can they get into? You know what I mean? So they don't care. They have different characters. Everything comes out of them, you know? Where we hold ourselves back or we hold ourselves to a different standard, they don't care. Calling the cops is all good. You know, I heard Slugs do a video saying that one of these guys were going to report exposed to, and you know, everybody, it's up to the individual. Everybody, you know, do whatever you feel. It's all good, you know, but to me, it's not. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. When that skid mark Bobby Yaya was talking smack about my wife. Now, I know a lot of you know this, and if you don't, you're going to know now. This channel's actually licensed under my wife, not under me. So my wife's intention was shutting his channel down and reporting his channel to YouTube. Okay? I you know, it took some discussion to get her off that trip, you know? So no, you can't do that. Well, why not? You know, F that piece of shit. You know, you just can't. You know, kick back. You know, don't worry about it. You know, things have a way of of happening, and you know, people cross each other's paths eventually. Don't even trip on that. You know, idiot. But that's because of me. You know, she's a civilian. She's never been in prison, never been in jail, never been arrested, none of that stuff. So to her, she's like, I'm going to report his channel. To me, I'm like, no, that's not cool. You know, we're not going to get down like that. If you're going to do that, I'm going to stay off it. You know, get somebody else to do the videos or to help you with it. You know, I can't do it, you know, if you go there. Some people, it's all good. Blue Devil has admitted to reporting channels. That other baboso, Danny Ayala, you know, same shit. Now Dubs and Gunners, to them, it doesn't matter. You know, why? Because they're already in a world of shit. You know, nobody has put up with as much crap as Dubs. And Gunner's riding with Dubs, and Gunner puts up with a lot of shit too. You know what I mean? So to them, they're like, "Hey, I just report dude's channel," you know. And it's okay for them, and they don't feel bad about it. And that's where they lowered their bar as far as their standards go. You know, why? Because they've already did it concerning their entire life. They put themselves in danger, and they all know it. They all know that they have an issue coming. It's just they're going to run into somebody someday that's going to want to break them off that issue, you know. And it might just be one of the subscribers that don't think and believe like they do. So they always have this dark cloud hanging over them. They don't care. They'll call the YouTube police. You know, so that's the difference. You know, I'm sure you'll never catch Compañero reporting a channel. You'll never catch me reporting a channel. I don't think you'll catch Sonny reporting a channel. You know, or John Diesel reporting a channel. We just wouldn't do that. We wouldn't go there. I really can't speak for nobody else, but I'm pretty sure those individuals won't do it, you know. But do I think it's okay? No, I don't. I think it's wrong. Uh, you know, for the longest, you had Dubs and Gunner on Wes Watson's coattail, and then Big Boy's coattail, and whoever they picked to target. You know, even Sureños that were good, they might have been J-Cats trying to get a channel started, but you know, they went after them too. Like, you know, everything's good to them. That's just normal program for them. That's their normal natural behavior, you know. And I disagree with it. I think it's wrong. You know, if you're gonna play the game and you're gonna talk shit, people are gonna talk shit about you. You know. I got a bunch of babosos talking about me too. I don't care. Today I was down on Whittier Boulevard and this young homie came up to me and goes, "Hey man, you know that fool Blue Devil was talking shit, he was clowning this, that." I go, "Look, man, that baboso could do whatever he wants to do. That's his pedo, you know, that's his platform." His little minions on the side in the comment sections throw pedos and he jumps on it, and you know, I don't know if he thinks it's cool or what it is, but he does what he does, you know. Even though he's an old ass head, he's still talking about old man and this and that and the other, you know. I just ignore, you know, I don't really care, you know. Look where it's coming from, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, as far Blue Devil reports channels too, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I would never go on his platform. I won't do it. You know, that's why I did recommend, I know it didn't do any good, but I recommended that Droops start his own thing, do his own thing, separate himself. It was a bad look, man. You know, and Dubs, Gunner, you know, what would you expect from someone like these two characters? You know what I mean? With all the other things they do, they get drunk and talk shit. What would you expect for them? Besides, since they can't handle it, since they can't handle the funk, they're going to call the YouTube police, you know? So if you don't know, trust me, anybody who's already dropped out, who has PC'd up, who has been on those yards and part of those programs, their behaviors, you know, off the wall. They just do whatever they want, talk about what they want, and act how they want. Why? Because they're already, you know, they're already fucked. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, Exposed to, you better do these as reaction videos and, you know, put some copyright claim at the beginning of your video, fair use and all of that, notices, whatever you got to do to protect yourselves from people who like to call the cops, you know, who do them things, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know. Anyways, people, I just wanted to do you guys a video for today, and this seemed to be an all-day thing, me catching this stuff on the internet, and it's too bad. It's been going on for a very long time. People have been reporting channels, been practicing that behavior. The only ones that are not going to do that are the real ones. Yeah, and little by little, you'll find out who they are and who's the payasos. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Grandpa's out. God bless you. God bless your families. And stay free, people. Above all, stay free. Let's stay out here. Oh, one last thing. For those of you who care, those of you who still pray for my grandson, he's doing really good now. They took him off the ventilator. They were going to put a trach, you know, where they cut a hole here and put a tube. And my son and his wife said, let's see how he does without any assistance first. and so far so good. He's doing well so far, and he's off that drip. So he's the medication that had him comatose, and he's already detoxed from it. So he's taking baby steps back into our lives. We appreciate it. He's not out of the woods. He still has a lot of challenges and a lot of obstacles to get over. But thank you for your prayers, and prayers work. Trust me, they work. I believe that's what I believe. Those of you who don't believe in God, I'm sorry, but those of you who do, this is just another miracle that would strengthen anybody's faith if you've seen the whole process that this little baby has gone through. So thank you all once again for your prayers. Stay free, people. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you on the next video. Muchas gracias.